These cats are very easy to take care of. We call her Drip Dries.
Every tail is different, like a fingerprint. They twist and turn. His is like a hook.
They are strictly couch potato type animals.
For your pleasure and convenience, the Ultimate Cat Video features a unique video index. It enables you to locate the sections on the individual breeds in the index by fast-forwarding your VCR to the number listed by the breed's name. We hope this new video feature adds to your enjoyment on your return visits to the Ultimate Cat Video. Abyssinian. Abyssinians are one of the oldest known breeds of cats. Many of the paintings and sculptures of cats from ancient Egypt resemble the Abyssinian of today. The Abyssinians have sleek, muscular bodies with beautiful arched necks, almond-shaped eyes, and large ears. The colors of the Abyssinian purebred cats are classified as ruddy, red, blue, and fawn. Abyssinians were thought to have first entered Britain when troops left Abyssinia in May of 1868. Some think the breed was developed through the crossing of silver and brown tabbies with bunny-ticked cats native to Britain. Abyssinians were imported to North America in the early 1900s, but serious quality breeding stock did not arrive until the 1930s. Always curious, Abyssinians are very intelligent, alert cats. They are definitely not a lap cat, but are known to be exceptionally loyal to their owners. They make great companions and are very good at training their humans. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of our footage on the beautiful and energetic Abyssinians. The American Shorthair. The American Shorthair's ancestors arrived in America as working cats, hunting and controlling rats that ate food supplies and spread disease on the ships. Over the years, they became America's native short-haired cat. Renowned for their beauty and good disposition, the American Shorthair was one of the first 5 cats recognized by the Cat Fanciers Association as a pedigreed breed of cat. It was first called just a domestic Shorthair. In 1966, the breed name was changed to the American Shorthair. American Shorthairs come in over 80 different colors and patterns. They are great with kids and dogs and have an easygoing, quiet manner. American Shorthairs are a low-maintenance cat and tend to be very healthy. With annual vet checkups, they can live up to 15 to 20 years. Males are usually 11 to 15 pounds, with females weighing 8 to 12 pounds. You'll find an all-American friend in the American Shorthair. Burmese. In the 1930s, one of the first known ancestors to today's Burmese was a walnut brown female brought into San Francisco from Burma. Burmese come in 4 recognized colors: sable, champagne, blue, and platinum. They have satin-like coats, short hair, and require very little grooming. Burmese love to follow their owners, and they love to give as well as receive attention. Warm laps are a welcome spot for the Burmese, and sleeping with their owner is part of the norm for their pleasant personality. The female Burmese have a more domineering personality, while the males tend to be more laid back. It is not recommended to let Burmese outdoors, since they have very little of the survival instinct and depend on their owners to tend to their wishes. One look into their eyes and you'll be captured by the wonderful Burmese. Burman.
I'm Kurt Gabbard. This is Sneakers. He's a Blue Point male Burman.
Sneakers is a whole cat. He's 11 months old and working to be a grand champion. He's about halfway there at this point. The Burman is a long,
stocky cat, and Sneakers is that. We show with a medium length coat. We show as a long hair with a medium length coat. It's non-matting, which is one of the real selling features to pet owners. The white gloving on the paws is a very recognizable part of the Burman breed. In the front and then up the hocks in the back, if you can see that. The standard calls for very blue eyes, not violet but blue. A strong chin with a Roman nose profile, so that becomes very much a part of the judgment.
Ancient time traces the Burman as a companion to the Kita priests. Legend has it that yellow-eyed cats with white fur were the guardians of the temple of Lao Tsun. Head priest Moon Ha had a beautiful cat named Sin. During an attack on the temple, Moon Ha was killed, and Sin took on the color of the head priest's blue eyes, and the cat's face, legs, and tail took on the color of the earth. His paws remained white as a sign of the priest's purity. Modern history traces the Burman from Burma to France in 1919. In 1925, the Burman was recognized as a separate breed. By the end of World War II, only 2 Burmans survived. But survive they did, and by 1966, Burmans were recognized in England.
Cornish Rex.
Hi, my name is Catherine Tropus, Lure Love Cattery. This is the Cornish Rex guide. We have the short wavy coats, and her name is Cookie. She's got a little mouth too. First of all, we want to let you know that this wave is the most important thing of this breed. They're born this way. They never lose it. It's with them till the day they die. They usually have wiry whiskers, big ears, and long whippy tails. They're a very active cat. If you want something that's a couch potato, you don't want a race. You want something that is moving and going along with your life, this is a cat to have. We like them. We've been breeding for 22 years. They love to sleep in bed with you. They have a higher body temp than most of your other breeds because they don't have any guard hair. They cannot bristle their coats at all. So you don't really know when they're mad. They just don't have nothing there to bristle to do it with. And this is the way they are. And they're very, very lovable. They love to be with their people.
Color Point Shorthair.
This is a color point short hair. She's what we call a seal lynx point, which is the darkest of the colors in the lynx point category. A color point short hair derived from American short hair being bred to a Siamese to get the tabbies on the points, and then also we have red points, cream points, and tortie points. They're very active cats. They like to run, they like to jump, they like to play, but they also are very one-person oriented. They like their people, and this one happens to be my girl. Color points are shown across the country. They're in all 7 regions of the United States. We have people in Canada raising them too, and I understand people in Argentina are now raising color points for showing. They have long tubular bodies and long whippy tails with very fine boning. She has the stripes on her legs and on her tail, and on her face there has to be an M in the middle of her forehead. That's what makes a color point special, that they're a Siamese with a different colored coat.
Exotic. For the person on the go who likes the look of a Persian but lacks the time required for maintaining their long coat, the exotic is the answer. A quiet cat that rarely raises its voice. They are peaceful and loyal companions. Extremely affectionate, they love to stare at their owner's eyes, waiting patiently to be picked up. Sometimes when you pet them, they will gently hug you back. Exotic's teddy bear type looks, combined with their wonderful coat, that does not mat or tangle makes them a low-maintenance cat. They sense that you need privacy too, and exotics don't constantly need attention. Cute, clean, and quiet, it's no wonder they are sometimes known as the lazy man's Persian. European Burmese.
My name is Anne-Louise Thibault. I live here in Columbus, Ohio. I moved here from Sweden and I brought these wonderful European Burmese cats with me. The difference between them and American Burmese cats are that they come in 10 different colors. The American only come in 4 different ones. They are very lovable, affectionate. They fetches things, sleeps under your blanket, and are very, very sociable. Very easy to handle. They have a nice short coat that you don't have to do much about. Otherwise, they are a little bit more slender than the American Burmese cat. Otherwise, they are very alike each other. And they need a lot of attention, affectionate, and love.
Japanese bobtail. The Japanese bobtail is a robust cat with a strong, firm body. Their voices have a variety of tones and some say they sing. When spoken to, they almost always speak back. Japanese bobtails love to carry things in their mouth and they love to play.
Japanese bobtail. They're a native breed of Japan. You can find them running the streets of the country. They all have short tails. Every tail is different, like a fingerprint. They twist and turn. His is like a hook. It's a short hair or long hair breed. Most of the ones you'll see will be short hair. The common coloring is like this cat, where they're mostly white and have color on the head and the tail. If you look at ancient Japanese art, you'll see pictures of bobtailed cats. This one happens to be an odd eye, one blue eye and one gold eye. Not required, but certainly desirable. It's a red and white.
And your name is?
My name is Ann Mathis.
And you're from?
From Michigan, Fowlerville, Michigan. We've worked with the breed about 6 years.
Japanese bobtails love kids and love to pounce and ride on your shoulders. They get along great with other animals and dogs. Javanese. Javanese is a close cousin to the Balinese. The Javanese coat is fine with a silky texture. Its exotic looks are accented by its full plume-like tail. Quite a vocal cat, the Javanese has an outgoing personality and is very inquisitive. Javanese are very affectionate and don't like to be left alone for long periods of time. They love their humans. Maine Coon cat. The Maine Coon cat is a native American cat. Bred in Maine and renowned for their mousing ability, they developed into a stout cat suited for harsh weather and a variety of seasons. Highly intelligent, the Maine Coon has a great personality and loves dogs and children. The Maine Coon comes in an incredible array of colors and has a heavy, shaggy coat. Maine Coons are very playful cats and are easy to be called a best friend. Manx. The unique thing about a Manx is a pretty noticeable one: no tail. Since around 1900, Manx cats have remained rare. Litters are small as a direct result of his taillessness gene. Manx cats are intelligent, peaceful, and affectionate. They love kids. They make an ideal and unusual pet. Norwegian forest cat. An incredible coat, amazing bright emerald green eyes with a band of gold. An exquisite look, the Norwegian forest cat is a sight to be seen. Partners on ships with the Vikings, they protected the grain from rodents on land and sea. Its impressive long mane is dense and beautiful, complemented by inner ear hair that deflects wind and snow and remains all year. Its coat may disappear with spring, but always springs back when the days begin to shorten. This cat is said to have come out of the Scandinavian forest sometime in the last 4,000 years. The Norwegian forest cat's personality will differ depending on how it's brought up. A kitten brought up around more people and handled a lot will be more of an extrovert. One raised with a lot of time to itself will most likely acquire a more subdued personality. Their coats are long, but really only need extra attention in the spring when more combing will be required. Aussie cat. The first Aussie cat appeared from a litter from an Abyssinian pointed Siamese mated with the chocolate pointed Siamese male. The kitten named Tonga reminded its breeder of a baby ocelot. From that beginning, Aussie cats began, and today, this unique feline with a wild cat appearance makes a great pet. The Aussie cat are very loving, curious, and playful. They make excellent pets. Persians. A typical Persian is a strong cat with a full flowing coat of long, dense fur, covering a strong body and thick legs. The fur around the neck forms a ruff or frill, and its tail resembles a foxtail. The head is large and round with tiny ears and large round eyes. Generally placid and gentle, Persians make very affectionate, quiet, restful pets to have at home. Their coats come in a multitude of colors. There's a color out there for just about anybody. Russian Blue.
This is Friday's Neon Moon. She's a very young female. She's only 8 months old, and in her first show today as an open, hopefully she'll be a grand champion like her predecessors. Her father is a pretty well-known Russian Blue. He's national winner, grand champion national winner Friday's Electric Lighter Blue DM. He was Best Russian Blue nationally in 1990 and 15th Best Cat nationally. The DM means that he sired at least 15 grand champion offspring. Russian Blues are archetypally, I think, discussed as shoulder cats, and the reason why is pretty obvious. They very closely bond to their owners. They like the attention if invited, but they don't drive you crazy seeking it out. They're very athletic cats. Some of the legends that surround the Russian Blue, one of them is that they used to ride on the shoulders of the Cossacks in the Russian army. That's, I'm sure, pure and fancy, but it's one of the things that makes cats so interesting. For a cat to get an award of Grand Champion is an honor, but to get the award of Distinguished Merit is a real thing to be proud of, because that means that they're not only a beautiful specimen of their breed, but they're able to perpetuate it. And that's what we're all here for, to perpetuate these beautiful creatures. They're not just their looks, but their health, their temperament. You can't show an animal that doesn't have good temperament. He says, I'll give you 15 minutes to cut that out.
A handsome cat, the Russian Blue is a natural breed with a unique conformation, color, and coat that make it an impressive feline. Thought to have originated just outside the Arctic Circle, they made it to England on trade ships. During World War II, the breed almost became extinct and was saved by an outcrossing to Siamese. By 1966, though, show standards stated specifically that the Siamese type was an undesirable Russian Blue. Rounded, deep green eyes are characteristic of the breed. The Russian Blue has a delightful temperament and is very affectionate. It is not like to be left alone for long periods and loves the company of humans or other pets. Scottish Fold.
Hi, my name is Sharon Knight. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I have rat-a-tat cattery. I breed long-hair Scottish folds. These cats come from Scotland. They come from a barn cat. The long-hair version was accepted in 1994. This one here is a Duluth calico. This is a dominant calico. They have the folded ears, round head, nice round padded bodies, as you see. And they also have they're supposed to just be round. You know, when you look at these cats, they're just round all over. They have real sweet personalities. And they also come in the short hair version. This is the long hair version here. This is Rat-a-tat's Dixie Carter. And this is Rat-a-tat's Tiger Lily. These are both kittens. This one here is 7 months and this one is 6 months.
Siamese. One of the best known of all pedigree breeds, the Siamese cat of the early 1900s is quite different from the Siamese of today. Seal point cats were given to the British and American diplomats by the Royal Court of Siam toward the end of the 19th century. With increased knowledge, breeders of Siamese cats found they could increase the range of color varieties. Today, there are over 20 different color point classifications. Siamese cats have extrovert personalities, like people, and are lively, intelligent, and can be very vocal. They don't like to be left alone too long and do better in pairs or groups. A very clean cat, the Siamese makes a perfect house pet. Singapura. The Singapura was discovered in Singapore and imported into the United States. This cat has a ticked coat similar to the Abyssinian. They have hazel green or yellow eyes and are a happy, friendly cat with a playful nature. The Singapura's short, fine coat is easy to keep and requires very little grooming. They have a muscular body, small paws, and a tail of medium length with a blunt tip. Somali. The Somali is an incredible-looking cat resembling a small fox with its masked face, large ears, full ruff, and bushy tail. Somalis are intelligent cats with soft voices while active. They thrive on human companionship and will enlist you to play and campaign for nuzzles and pats. Many times a day, Somalis will have bursts of energy and run abandon, jumping into the air. They'll initiate games by tossing balls and items into the air and fetching them back again. They've been known to run sideways like monkeys and even hold food and items the way a monkey does. Somalis can learn to turn on faucets, and they love to play with water. Somalis are well-portioned, muscular cats, medium to large in size. Their medium-length, soft, and silky coats require little grooming. Somalis have large, oval-shaped eyes, ranging from intense green to copper. Somalis have a thick coat that mantles the cat with a solid color on its underside. Their coats come in 4 colors: ruddy, red, blue, and fawn. Tonkinese. A hybrid of the Burmese and Siamese cats, the Tonkinese has features of both. Tonkinese cats have dark points which merge gradually into the body color. Their eye color is blue-green or turquoise, never Siamese blue or Burmese gold. The Tonkinese is a definite extrovert, intelligent and mischievous. Good with children and dogs, they are less vocal than Siamese. The coat is easy to keep and requires little grooming. Always ready to play, they make a great friend. Turkish Angora.
He's a Turkish Angora. The colored Turkish Angora is rather rare, and they're becoming more popular. In 1900, the Angora became extinct in the Western Hemisphere, and they were used to develop the Persian, and no one kept them pure. But in Turkey, they found the odd-eyed white variety, and they felt that there was something mystical about a cat who had 2 different colored eyes. So they put them in their national zoo and preserved the breed in that way. And they are wiggly.
The Turkish Angora is a graceful and elegant breed. They have a flowing, silky coat that covers the long, supple body. Turkish Angoras have eyes that are blue or amber, varying from green gold to copper. The texture of their coat is different from other longhairs and has a very satin softness. It is virtually mat-free and requires little brushing. Their long, flowing necks balance their long and lean bodies. Their coats can be rather short until about 2 years of age. Turkish Angoras are inquisitive, fun-loving cats. They love heights, feathers, and cat toys and will entertain you with their antics. They love to be petted and are great with kids.